How's it going anyway? I'm new here. I just moved here from Madagascar. Yeah. Study abroad thing, new to the language.
This year we lost one of our AY High leaders. He was a friend to us, he was a leader, he was someone who others looked up to. Rufus died in a car accident December, right before 2014 started.
Rufus to me was probably one of the greatest role models I could ask for. Honestly, I couldn't think of anybody else to model my life after, and it's truly somebody I'd like to be, to grow into as I get older.
To me was a friend, a mentor, and just overall the greatest person you could ever know.
Well, the first lesson that we had in AY High this year, what was it on? It was on legacy. Well, what a wonderful lesson that we had up close and personal with having our own legacy with Rufus.
You know what I loved about Rufus is that he just brought his smile and infected everyone with it wherever he went, and I'll always remember that about him.
Every week when I would show up for AY High, he'd always greet me with either a handshake, and a Mr. Ryan McCarthy, or a hug, and he always knew how to make everyone laugh.
I think about all his wit and his comments that he was so free and quick to come back with, and his love and passion that would show through despite the fact that he was somehow making fun of you and at the same time.
He would always find the one kid in the room, you know, who might have a little trouble meeting new people or hadn't even been to AY High in a while, and he would always make sure to incorporate them in groups and make sure that everyone felt belonged. And the fact that Rufus was able to recognize that someone was alone and needed someone was really a really great thing about him.
He walked beside students. He would often play basketball with them before or after AY High. He would hang out after youth group for a long time, just talking one-on-one with students and hearing their heart and encouraging them.
He lived a beautiful, beautiful, amazing, celebratory short life. His candle was just gigantic and bright and such a spark. It was only meant to live for those 22 years. For him, it was just going to be this amazingly bold, bright, brilliant light that affected everybody and everything every single day.
He was just always in a good mood, and he had this ability to put everyone else around him in a good mood. It's cool to be able to know and have a relationship with a person that really legitimately wanted to be there for you and for everyone else that he was associated with.
I remember this one time on the way to the mission trip, everyone else in the car was asleep, and I was in the back seat trying to give him directions. And in the process of getting lost 4 times on the way to the cabin we were staying at, me and Rufus had probably one of the most intellectual conversations I've ever had with anybody, and it was just one of the best parts of the trip for me.
When we were playing games like on the mission trip or upstairs in AY High, he would always, you know, talk smack and stuff like that. He was so into the game and so competitive, but then he'd write these really nice, like detailed care cards that really meant a lot, and he would always come up and talk to you.
On the mission trip last year to Michigan, he wrote care cards to everybody. It was one of my favorite things to look back on because it just had such a new meaning now since he's gone. And what it said was, stay strong and keep hope alive. God puts people in and out of our lives for a reason. God has such massive plans for your life. I can't wait to be a part of it all. And that part right there, be a part of it all, like even though he's gone, like I still know he's still there, like still a part of all of our lives.
After AY High on Sunday nights, Rufus would go and play basketball upstairs in the gym, and he saw me wearing basketball shoes one day, and he said, well, why don't you come play? So I went up with him one time. Rufus was kind of there to lighten the mood for everyone. Like there'd be a hard foul or something, and he'd just go over there and be like, hey guys, we're good. Playing basketball in a church, let's have some fun. And then everyone would laugh and it'd be fine.
He always had the smile on his face. He would never put down anyone. He was just really, truly one of the most genuine and kind people I've ever met. I just miss him.
One of the things I hope our students remember about Rufus was that he did everything because he wanted to honor his king. That Rufus really had intentions that were directed towards seeing students grow in their faith.
Obviously, I've carried Rufus on a little bit in the middle name of my child. And I hope that because of that, my child will know who he was, because everybody else will share a little bit of Rufus with him.
So goodbye, my friend. I know I'll never see you again, but the love you gave me through all the years will take away these tears. He's better, he played now. Like me. Love so pure, we can't hold on, but we try. We watch how quickly it disappears, and we never lie. But I'm okay now. Goodbye, my
rim shot. Rim shot.
Hold up. Give me the victory.
Sean right here. Sean right here. Woo!
Get that way.